Hey guys, I am John Carrick. Today we are looking at 100 Bullets number 9 by Brian Azzarello and Eduardo Rizzo, I guess. And doesn't that look like Chris Cornell crossed with Brad Pitt? Chris Cornell from Soundgarden. This is the first appearance of Cole Burns, who is an ice cream man. He just got out of prison less than a year ago. And he's a cool guy. Everybody likes him. He makes the fat kid wait when he bullies his way in front of the girls, and then asks him what he wants. And he gets the kids get cigarettes for their mom, and get ice cream for themselves, and he knows them all by name. And then this guy comes along, Agent Graves, and leaves a briefcase on the counter. And Cole asks him what it is. Hey, you forgot your briefcase? He says, no, that's for you. In this briefcase is proof of, first thing Cole sees is the gun and the bullets. But then he says there's also proof of the retirement home fire that killed your grandmother while you were in prison. There's proof of who did it. The local gang leader, Paulie, whatever his name is, Gorbachev, Gorka, blah, blah. Goldie, not Paulie, Goldie Petrovic. Goldie Petrovic is the guy who killed his grandmother because he burnt down a retirement home. And all the reasons why. And Cole's like, what are you trying to do? Get me thrown back in prison? Oh, also, you know what? It's interesting. I just realized something. When a comic book company does this, they really want you to see the ad, don't they? Because they could have made this a double-page spread of ads and then put these two pages together like they're supposed to be. Just cut this whole page out. But you end up having to look at it longer this way. I suppose that's smart. And I guess, exasperated sigh. And if it's going to be an ad, at least it's a decent one. It's not mile-high text. So here, Cole is obviously, sure, you're just trying to get me set up. I'm not going to go kill this guy. You're out of your fucking mind. And then he's doing whatever he's doing. He's waiting for something, I don't know, enjoying the time while the kids are in school. This guy who sells him the cigarettes shows up and throws a baseball at his head, and Cole catches it, and he's like, I'm just waiting for you to miss one day. And he says, oh, you should be in the majors, just something like that. It's a wonderful talent. And Cole says, yeah, if I could hit, I'd have a career in the majors. So they have like a decent banter, and then this guy goes and raids the ice cream truck, takes like $40 and ice cream. He says, hey, you gotta leave 50 cents for the ice cream. But he is getting paid for the cigarettes. He is the one who supplies Cole with his cigarettes. So later on we find that out. And even though he's just going into the truck and taking the money Cole owes him, Cole also demands that he pay for the cigarettes. He's not just getting walked on. Or that he pays for the ice cream, for the fudgesicle that he took. And then we get this bit. This is a good bit too. So this girl yells that she wants some ice cream, and it's really hot. Come up here and keep her cool. And he goes up there, and they play this game like they don't know each other and fool around. And then she's all, when are we gonna get married? I've been your girlfriend forever. And he's like, I don't have the money. We need money to get married. And she was like, if the money mattered, then I wouldn't even ask. And it's funny, like she's asking him and blah, blah, blah. It's the same old argument. And then we get this guy Laszlo is down there on Cole's corner selling ice cream in Cole's spot. And so Cole goes running down there, and they have not really a fight, but they do kind of have a fight. These are my customers. What are you doing? And instead of beating him up, and Cole obviously could beat him up, he takes his keys and throws them into the gutter. And this guy, of course, Laszlo is making fun of Cole for being lazy, hanging out with his girlfriend. You should be working. And Cole says, if you like this corner so much, just stay here. So, yeah. And then Cole is at the bar, hanging out at the bar, and talking about a terrible day he's had. Someone wants him to kill Goldie, and he can't believe it, and he doesn't know what he's going to do. Obviously, someone's trying to set him up and send him back to prison, and this is bullshit. Why is this happening to him? Here's the guy who sells him the cigarettes, who shows up and gives him, he was out of Newports. He gives him some Newports and Reds, because that's what they smoke, I guess. And so Cole goes to see Goldie. Goldie has this guy who is being held, not just captive, he's being tortured for not having the money he owes. And Goldie, so this is interesting because Cole shows up and says, hey, I'm doing you this favor and someone's trying to have you killed and blah, blah, blah. And Goldie's like, yeah, what do you want, a DVD player? He's like, what do you mean, what do I want, a DVD player? Hey, take this seriously, man. Someone's trying to have you killed. I'm treating you with respect. Someone tried to hire me to kill you. And Goldie goes and cuts this guy's fingers off because he owes him money and tells him he better have it next week. And then we also get the whole part. He's like, yeah, who is this guy? Cole's like, I don't know, but he says he set the fire to that retirement home. My grandma died in that retirement home. And Goldie's like, yeah, my grandparents died in there too. And let me tell you why I did it. Because that retirement home wasn't making me any money. And I couldn't foreclose on them. I couldn't kick them out because they had a 50-year lease. But I owned the property and I couldn't get rid of them. And it was the only thing I could do. And they were old anyhow. It was my grandparents too. And then he proceeds to cut this guy's fingers off. And so Cole is standing there, and this whole time, Cole is kind of like, of all these characters, right? You don't see, this is such good writing. You don't need superheroes. What do you need superpowers for? All you need is to be, have some courage, have a clear conscience, and a gun. That's all you need. And Cole is kind of that character, but Cole is also in over his head. And he doesn't realize how deep, he's already working for Goldie with the cigarettes and whatever else he's selling out of the ice cream truck, right? He knows who Goldie is. He knows him on a first name basis. He knows him well enough to show up while Goldie's doing some heinous shit, cutting this guy's fingers off over a debt, and talk to him about this retirement home where all these people died. And Goldie admits to it. There's no statute of limitations on murder. Cole could be wearing a wire. You can't have people knowing you committed murder unless they're guilty of murder too. So Cole really does not, he's a fox or a coyote in among wolves and doesn't realize just how much trouble he's in. They do not let other predators hunt in their territory. This guy says the word Croatoa, and that triggers something in Cole, either from prison, he might be a military veteran, we don't really know that much about him. And so Cole is having some kind of flashback, and at the same time he gets 3 guns put in his face. And that is the end of issue 9. So I wanted to reach out and grab 10 and see what happens. And I realized, no, that's just good comic book writing. And we'll read it tomorrow. I've got it. So I think I've got it. I hope I've got it, because I really want to know what happens. I've got a stack of them. I don't think they're in order though, so maybe I don't have number 10. That would suck. But this is great writing. You don't need superheroes. What do you need superpowers for? We have so much power today. Cars, guns, drones. Did you guys see the movie Rampage? Uwe Boll's Rampage? There's 2 Rampage movies. There's one that was made first with I think it was Jason London, where he's like a serial killer who puts people in a trash bag. He's not a serial killer, he's a spree killer, which is different. A spree killer is someone who loses their shit and goes and kills like 8 or 10 people until the cops stop them. A serial killer is like the Green River Killer who kills 80 people over 20, 40, 60 years, however long he was active. Massacre killer is mostly what black dudes do, which is a shooting, a mass shooting. That's mostly black guys. It's not mostly white guys. School shootings are one thing, I suppose, because Dylan Kobold, whoever did that. But if you go look at mass shootings these days, it's mostly black dudes. The world's gone crazy. I'm just going to watch it burn. It's a dumpster fire. It was a dumpster fire the whole time. It was a dumpster fire the entire fucking time, only they were able to hide it for a while. Queen of Hearts, Conflicted, Deck 2, After the Apocalypse. Your group, a member of your group, a rich kid, has some equipment he doesn't know how to use, and you have another member of your group who's really proficient with that equipment, but doesn't own it. So what do you do? Well, it depends on who those two people are, for one thing. It really, really, really does. It depends on who they are. But the guy who knows how to use it should be teaching everyone how to use it. The M4, M16 rifle only takes about an hour to learn how to use and about a week to become proficient at. A week's practice to become proficient at. And you can't pack all of that practice into one day. You need to sleep on it and let your body relax. Gunfire fucks with your mind. It fucks with your nerves. You go away from a day at the range fucking jittery. You'll still have, steady hands, but you'll, especially after a week of it. It sucked that qual day was at the end of the week because my shooting was always best in like the middle of the week. In the middle of the week at 500 yards I have a big thing of Rei Aniyama from Evangelion, one of those tapestries hanging on the wall right behind this poster, right behind the camera. It's one of those kind of poster things. And it's about the same size as a man-sized target, the 500-yard target that we would use at the range, because we would have to pull butts too. So we'd have to attach them, these big canvases, and plot the shot hole or mark it as a miss. And at 500 yards, once you got the left-right good, your breathing is basically the up and down. And I could choose eyes, mouth, chest. And that's just with, basic fundamentals. Anyone can teach the fundamentals, An artist, all an artist needs is the fundamentals. A master is someone who maybe can't do everything, but can tell you, like there's tons of skateboard masters who can tell you all the moves, but can't do all of them. There's skateboard artists who can do all kinds of shit, but can't tell you what they did. And the same thing goes for drawing. The best thing in the world would be to get Dale Keown draw streams. That would be fucking awesome. Anyhow, today is brought to you by Legacy of a Mad Scientist, Legend of Ashley Fox. Amazing. The best thing I've ever... For some guys, drawing is their thing, and you can show a drawing and get a compliment on it immediately. But a story takes a little more work. I've had so much fun just recently writing chapters. I did a big chapter last night. I'm having the best time. Writing has been the most rewarding thing I've ever invested time and energy in. And I'm walking on sunshine. I'm almost done with my third novel. And then I'm going to be devoting a bunch of time to drawing and doing short stories and editing the third novel and putting together the sound room and recording the audiobooks. These two over again with the third one and put those on Audible for sale. So the future looks good. The future looks busy. The future looks really fun. I'm having an absolute blast right now. So I hope you guys are doing something as rewarding. All right, see you tomorrow.